Hey you guys, welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be talking about our 06 F250 with the 6.0 PowerStroke. I had a couple of people ask us like if we would buy this truck again, which basically like would we recommend getting a 6.0. I know some of them had a bad rep, but basically with the 6.0s it's kind of 50-50. You could buy one with 20,000 miles on it and it might have a blown head gasket, or you could get one with 400,000 miles and it still not have a blown head gasket. So the easiest thing for me to recommend when you are buying one, to definitely go ahead and get one that's already been bulletproofed. Like it's already had the studs and everything's been deleted already. It just makes it a lot easier, or factor that into the price of the truck itself. So this truck we bought a little over 2 years ago. It is a 2006. It's a 2006 crew cab, four-wheel drive. It had 69,000 miles on it, and it had been bulletproofed. So the guy that I bought it from, he buys cars at auction and he fixes them. Sorry for the dogs, they're playing around. But anyway, so the guy that I bought it from, I want to say he's like 76, 75, 76. He buys cars at auction and he fixes them. This one was on a dealership lot and somebody came and stole basically the whole top end off of it. Tried to take the exhaust off of it, took the turbo, the heads and everything. So he bought it with knowing that all of that had been done, and he had an ambulance that the motor had seized up, so he took the top off of it and put it on this truck. And when he went to go run it after they did that work, he realized that the head gasket was blown, and so he went ahead and did the whole bulletproof process before I even bought it. Had the paperwork. I want to say it was around like $5,000 worth of work that he had done to it with just getting it bulletproofed, which is, I'd say, about average depending on where you live. We live here in North Carolina, so I don't think that's too bad. Overall, I paid $13,000 for the truck, which wasn't bad. It had some shitty tires on it that I had to replace. I'll insert the clip of Devin burning them off real quick. But, so, I had some tires I had to replace, some minor things that we did. The truck's completely stock, minus the exhaust. And we did put a aftermarket intercooler boots and piping on there, just because the old one was kind of wore out, and they were popping off. So the EGR is a thing that I would kind of recommend. It kind of helps the truck perform a little bit better. And it wasn't very expensive to do. I want to say it cost us maybe $100 plus the cost of the tip. But we did 4-inch piping to, I want to say this is a 10-inch tip. I'm not sure. I know you can fit a gallon of windshield wiper fluid into it. So, but another thing, depending on what you're looking for, definitely look at the overall condition of the truck. Biggest thing, look down this body line right here, and you'll see if there's any hidden damage that person didn't tell you about. You can look at the gaps, see how close they are right here. Now with the hood, it is wider here than it goes up here, and it gets tighter right here. You couldn't even see that. I'm sorry. It's wider right here. Follow it to a more narrow line. That's pretty typical with all Fords though. So this one just had some minor body stuff. The original owner used it to tow with. The guy I actually bought it from has the matching enclosed trailer that is paint matched to this truck that came with it. Look at Fiona, she's just hiding under there. Hey, Fifi. So I don't think it definitely wasn't dogged on, but there is some minor like body work, nothing too serious for what we needed. Overall, it's a great truck. So definitely when you look for 6.0, I'd recommend trying to find something that's already been bulletproofed. It just saves you a lot of worry and hassle. You don't have to worry about when it's gonna happen, and then you don't have to deal with finding somebody to do it. So I either would recommend having one that's already done, but make sure that person has the paperwork and it is a reputable person. Or maybe if it's a friend or somebody who you know did it, don't just trust a backyard mechanic unless they can prove that they've done good work. Or let's say if you buy a truck for $5,000 and you know that you can put another, let's say, I'd say no more than like, you probably have to maybe put 6 in it, depending on where you live. I think the cheapest I've seen somebody do it is like $3,500. But so just plan on having that done, because you never know when it will happen. But since that has been done, we have not had any major problems out of this truck. The only problem it has ever given me is that it has blown the boot off of the turbo, and it's happened to me twice. Once with the first set of boots, which we replaced, and then once with the next set. And that's it. And it's not anything major. It's something that takes like 10 minutes to fix. You just need an extension and a wrench. So not too bad. Let's see. Overall, I mean, I'd highly recommend this truck. I really love it. It's a good looking truck. There's plenty of them out there on the market, and they really can't be beat. The 6.4 I've heard a lot of bad stuff about, and the 6.7 is nice, but it's still fairly new, and there's a lot you have to do with that, especially with having to run the Blue Death, or the DEF fuel. There's just a lot of stuff you have to do with the 6.7. The 7.3 is also a good one. However, sometimes, at least around here, it is hard to find one that has not already been beat up. This guy, I've known him. We've bought other cars from him, and I saw this truck. When I saw it, I fell in love with it, and I was like, I've got to have it, Devin. And we made it work, and I got it. So anyways, yes, I would recommend the 6.0. Just definitely plan on that EGR delete. I would recommend the 6.0. Just definitely plan on getting it bulletproofed. Have it already done, or have that money in the bank to go ahead and get it done. So if you're looking at buying one that doesn't have it done, I would definitely do your research to see how much it's going to cost you. That way you can kind of figure that into the price of the truck. Alright, thank you guys for your time. If you have any questions, any like certain ones that you want to know about the truck, feel free to let us know. This truck now has, I said when I bought it, it had 69,000 on it. It's got, I want to say, right at like 98. And we've had it a little over 2 years now. Let's see, it would have been 2 years, 3 months roughly. So nothing too horrible. But anyways, you guys, I appreciate it. I hope y'all have a wonderful day. Don't forget to stay fancy. I hope y'all have a wonderful day. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. Stay fancy.